Hello, good morning, afternoon. Oh, whoopsie daisy. Um, yeah, it's time. It's time for boots. We're gonna do boots today. Um, yeah, I've cut out the necessary parts for us to begin. So I shall begin. And you may notice I'm not wearing my hat, and it's because it's far too hot, and I can feel the I can feel the bits on my headphones crumbling into my skin. Ugh. I've got cheap knockoff energy drinks and bits of foam. So, I mean, it's a party, isn't it? So, let's get it on. Yeah, Halo Reach boots, everybody. That's what we're doing. I'm going to get the toes done first. Let's have a look. Look, I've highlighted them for you. I don't know why I didn't start on this screen, really, but there. That's what we're building first. This bit on the front here, that actually goes like right back and connects down here somewhere. And yeah, it misses out the heel, and that sort of annoys me a bit. But I may leave it like that because of uh, the trainers or sneakers that he's going to use to, he's going to put them over. Um, those are they're like they've got like one of those heels that kicks out a bit, so I may just leave that. I think that'd probably be the best idea. Maybe we'll see. Um, but yeah, I've got the measurements. We've got the templates cut out, so I'm just going to start putting them on, and we'll see what we can do and where. There you go. That's on there like that. This can go here. This can go with it. And I don't know what we're going to do with this. This might go here. And this can shift over a bit anyway, so yeah, that might work quite nicely. Right, we'll get the first one on anyway, because this is clearly the best spot for that. So I'm going to put that down here. Whoop. And I'm just trying to get the line across the very edge. It should be alright, there we go. Okay, now we attempt that. And there, yeah. Banging. There we are. Lovely. Lovely. We'll be careful with knife in a minute. I know you're not here yet. What are we doing? Alright, my settings look funny for some reason, but no, everything's alright. It seems. Anyone drifting in, if there's any issues with sound or view of anything, let me know, and I'll be happy to fiddle with the settings and get it right. Now there's an interesting piece, because there's actually like a chunk that's supposed to come out of there, just behind there. Look, I think it's actually printed, but I might just, yeah, I'm just gonna go across and like re-stick that bit. I think we don't really need to mess about cutting templates out for that. We can just sort it, can't we? So, right, I'll do it now before I forget. Ta-da! Don't know if you can see what I'm actually doing or not. It's weird, I don't know if it's the camera or it's just quite bright in here at the moment with it being nice and bright outside and everything, but it looks really washed out on my screen. But yeah, I don't know if that's an actual like physical monitor thing, because I haven't got the best monitor. Right, I'm going to get these bits as close as I can without overlapping or making it awkward to cut one or the other. There we go. Now we'll do the same with this one, and then we'll have a nice little strip saved that we can definitely use more of on this build because I've got loads of little pieces to cut out. But yeah, first things first, we're going to get this thing cut out and built. Right. Definitely need angled cuts on these edges here, because right here is where these ones, those two, are going to meet right on the edge there. And I think we want sort of like I'm going to put like a tiny angle on it, like just off vertical along the front. And then what we got there, right. Just trying to make it as symmetrical as possible. And then at the back here, what's that meeting? Ooh, that does need to be a very angled cut there. That bit can be vertical, but we definitely need this bit to be very angled, just like that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. This bit at the back can be anything we want because it goes to nothing. And there we go. So, just going to have a look at the template and do a few little cuts and pieces just to... I'll mark them up with a pen, because with angle cuts, when you turn it upside down, you never really bang on. So I'm going to just pop a little mark on these bits. And then we sort of want little bits out of the side as well. I'm not sure. This bit in particular is a definite. So I'll put that on because we're going to want a line out the front to make the toe go down at the front like that. So I'm going to do a couple of little, not very deep cuts there, and then we'll take it out of the outside on each. But again, not very deep. I'm not going to do loads, you know. Oh, that one's deeper than that one, so I'll have to take a little bit more out of that one. So we've got that. I can get out the way of the light for you. Yeah, we've got that. Now we need this, and it's just following the curve of the hull of the front. I don't think it needs to be a lot, so I'm only going to do one side, but I'm going to take a nice significant chunk out of the inside, like so that's the stronger part, and then that'll give us a bit of stability. Oh no, I haven't done the first one's not cut through. Be so careful. There we go. Let's get rid of these. Right, so far so good, with no splits just yet, and we're bending over and we're good, it looks like. Right, so just to make sure everything is exactly how we want it, we need angle cuts all the way around the curved edge of these side parts. Oh, yeah. I've made them quite extreme, but I think that'll serve us. Flat down the bottom, so we're touching the floor with that, and then I think these can be flat as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, they're bending in to this part right here, like right there, so they're bending back inwards, so we can cut them however we want, really. I'm electing for vertical. There we go. Now we want a tiny bit of edge on it, just a bend, like little curve, and then pretty sure it's like that. Let's have a look. Yeah, it is. So that's how we want it to be. So we're going to want it to bend over a little bit more. Right. I'm not going to stick that just yet because I need to cut this out and do this part first. This little notch that we've decided to do this way. Yeah, just like that. I'll actually glue the inner part of that rather than the outer part of this so it can push down. While that dries, get the other one out. Go. Very nice, very nice. I'm gonna keep this a little nice diamond shape and chuck the rest away. So, like we say, just a little. Wait a minute, what? Oh well, I'll save that for the second boot. Jesus Christ. What a dickhead. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we've got other bits that we can do that with. Oh, it's just that little bit too small. There we go. There we go. Right. Oop. There we go. I can't believe it. Oh, I wonder. Sorry, Naz is looking for a new monitor. I wonder if I can find one. Ooh. So I'm just having a quick scan about, see if I can see one or two. Found two. There you go. That'll do it. I did my part. Right, moving on. We'll get that and this and this. I've done that common mistake where I've forgotten to do the angle cuts first, but oh my word. Oh my god. Yeah, I should have done that first. Because I had all the loose bits around it there. Right, there we go. Whew. Right. Let's see how this is fixed as well. Right, okay. Definitely looking good, but we're going to take a tiny bit out of these sides as well. Just completely improvising this. I'm not, because I want it to, it needs to bend over slightly so that these bits sit flat to the ground. Otherwise it sort of pulls apart and then ends up, you know, it's not ideal is what I'm saying. We don't need much out, so I'm just taking like a thin slither out of each side. So now we should have that. That's good. And then with that, we should have that sitting nicely in there, but with a lot more, yeah, it's a lot more of an angle that we want. But also we need to move this, bend it and what have you as well, so it's nice and curved, like so. But we'll see, we'll get this. I'm going to glue these little bits in. not too harshly. I'm not really after them being super integral or anything. I think it's just sort of to inform the shape a little bit, so I'm just gonna just try and squeeze them together and keep them somewhat, you know, symmetrical. Just hold them like this while the glue cools off. Yeah, I'm trying to squeeze it together more than bend it, because then it's a little bit, just squashing the shape together a little bit more, and then that's all we really need, I think. Okay, sides. Oh no, we have prep work to do. Forgot about that. Jesus. So we need to take a chunk out of that and a chunk out of that. I'm gonna slice out a nice little triangle in the corner there. So we definitely need that because they're going to go inward. And we're going to take out quite a significant bit of this because we need it to go right in on itself. So that's the plan, is just attempt. I'm going to attempt to do it with just the one side, and then if it's not quite what we're after, which it's not, we'll take the other side out as well. There we go. Lovely. That's what we want. There we go. Is that me? Is there knocking? No. Alright. Anyway. Just going to see if I can get these in nice and straight, because if you're going to hold them with your hands, they tend to take the shape of whatever digit you're using, like your thumb or whatever. So the plan is to not do that. Now, I'm only going to do till about maybe 3 o'clock today, and then I'm going to go in, get something to eat, chill out for a bit, and then we'll do the usual evening at about 8 o'clock British time, GMT, as usual. So I think that's worked out quite nice, that. Right, so now knowing that that works, we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. Oh, it's going to be a bit more difficult because I've done the angle slightly different on the outside there, down there. Whoopie days. can do. Need to take more out of the this edge than on the other one. It's alright, it's not ideal like, but it's okay. Okay, let's see. Oh god, that didn't work, did it? Oh, it's split in the middle, but I think we're alright. Right, what I'll do actually is I'll try and repair that. We'll try and get that stuck back together. Very unlikely, but if we can, I'll leave that to dry for a bit, and then we'll go straight into getting that bit on that bit. And then we'll prep this part once it's nice and solid. There we go. Right. Oh, yeah, we need that to. We definitely need this front to be glued down, so we'll do that as well. Oh, what a lovely day! What a lovely day! Right, I'm gonna do just this edge for now. Make sure there's plenty of glue on it, because the feet are a very busy area. When we've got sections like this, they absolutely need to stay like as glued as possible, for lack of a better term. So there we go. And we'll get the front on. Just holding it, don't panic. Okay, let's see, has this solidified? Yes, it has, that's good. Let's see if we can get it somewhere near matching the other side. So, how are you? Yes, that's nice. Okay. I think that's in. Excuse me. I think that's in enough, I was going to say. But I croaked it instead. My word, I've done this one at a very harsh angle compared to the other side. I'm going to have to try and keep it slightly separated just to keep them symmetrical. So I'm going to just do one great big large glob of glue, and hopefully that can act like a little bridge. Like so. Just going to try and keep it as symmetrical as I can. No, go away. Right. Oh. Back issues. That seemed to work. I was going to say that seemed to work quite well, so I'll go ahead and glue the front, and then I nearly flipped it out of my hand entirely. Well, I did, didn't I? You saw it, I think. Right. Oh well. Right. Oh, good. Okay. No. Yes. Okay. Right. Sorry. Just checking some settings on my phone. Went completely silent and dead to the world for a wee bit, but okay. Right. Got the top. Looks like the bonnet of a 70s muscle car from America. Or should I say, the hood. Looks like the hood. Okay, number one, we need to get this strip on the front. Got an angle cut on each side. So it's going to marry up to these little edges down there. And then we'll put the grill in. So, I'm not going to cut into these. I'm going to just let them curve naturally. The reason being is it's already square enough. Like, the template is a very square template, and I'd rather, if I can force a couple of natural edges, then I will, sort of thing, you know. And I'm doing this upside down. That was really stupid. But okay, there should be enough glue to maybe do both sides. I'll see. Maybe. 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 Might be. Might be enough. I don't think that's for me. I think we're alright. I'll just carry on. Yeah. Okay. Is this... Right. Sorry, I'm just checking which way is the top and which way is the bottom. So, I'm going to angle cut out of there. I'm going to angle cut out of this as well, just so it fits in properly. And then this bottom, this is the bottom part, so it doesn't really need an angle cut. I'm just going to give it a slight one, like before, just so it has a little bit of sort of, what's the word, like leeway or whatever. Where's the template? Let's have a look. Okay. Right. Okay. So they're bending out. And the whole thing is going in like so, to hopefully go behind all this a little bit. So I think I'll try and fit it in as it is, just to see how we're doing. And I'll try and marry up the sides as well. And I think that's alright. I think it's... Yeah, I think number one, I'll get the sides in, and then we'll glue it around the bottom to try and the shape. And then we'll use the top to actually force the shape. We'll do the sides one at a time. Squish them right up. Glued all the way along the tab. So we're letting that go like that for a wee while. Oh, my back just clicked. Whoa. Very, very sugary, that energy drink. Not used to it. Drink a lot of sugar-free stuff these days. But it's keeping me focused. I'm tired. There we go. Okay, that's both sides nicely in. Just need a couple of minutes to let that dry. And then I'm gonna try and sort of squish this back a bit. So the front comes out like a bumper. And then we'll try and glue that in place like that. And then, like I say, I'm gonna I'll just do that actually, yeah. Oh my god, of course. If I literally just squeeze it like that, it almost does exactly what we want it to anyway, so all I have to do is like even it out a bit and then we're fine. Right, okay. So what I'm going to do is just shove a load of glue along the bottom. Just like that. I could leave it like that really, but I think we really want the shape, we want it to bend like that. So try and keep it together and try and speed up the process if I can. And then just pull that bit out a little bit. I might try and I'm going to squeeze it out just a little bit further than it actually needs to be, so it'll then when it pulls back it'll hopefully inform the shape even more. Right, I'm going to have to check. How many car doors are there? It's not even on my front. Never mind. Right, okay. Yeah, so that's almost sorted. It's pulling apart a little bit, but if we... Now what? Right. Right, okay. I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to shove a load of glue along the top on the inside of this. So I've just sort of made it flip behind the tooth of it. The tooth. And just need it to curve. So we're just going to hold it in its curved position, like so. See what happens. When I let go, it should pop back, but still hold the majority of this shape that we're forcing. So that'll be cool if I can get it to do that. Ugh. Ugh. Get in there. Get in there, get in there. Like I say, that's far too much of a bend. Like, the sides of the shoe are pointing inwards now, but the foam is so strong. Oh my god, I'm pulling it apart. The foam is so strong, he says, that even with it glued in that like overcorrection of a position there, as soon as we let it go, it'll spring back. I'm going to put a bit more glue in after that because that's clearly thingy. Right. Nothing. Gosh darn it all to heck. Oh my word. I was just talking about an Epiphone Les Paul Gothic that I used to have, and then I flick open Marketplace because I'm selling my bass. So I was just going to check, see if people have clicked on it, what's occurring, you know. And there's an Epiphone Les Paul Gothic right at the top. Unreal. They're listening to us. Right. Oh, I've just remembered I won't be able to do the stream in the morning tomorrow because I've got a dentist appointment to get my other done tooth out. There we go. That's it now. Nicely shoe shaped. Lovely. Okay. We can save all these templates for the second shoe. And we need not do this part because we've already done it. Right, now on to the next part. We just need, I think I'm going to do, there's these little, I'll show you, these little parts at the back here that sort of come in just behind it and connect to the top part there. Where are they? They're on that one. So that is this one. Let's get them out. And then I might as well do these side parts here because they're on that same page. That's the important part. Then we've got these side parts that just need to oh my god. That was harsh. Oh, I nearly put my back out doing that. Right. Anyway, yeah, I'm just going to get on with it. How about that? Yeah. So. Right, so that's the part that we're after, the main part we're after. And I am going to label these because T for top, and then the left one is that one, and I'm assuming that's the right one, and then that's got to be the middle. There we go. Right, let's make that look more like an L than a tick. Yeah, because they're all in separate parts, I think I'm gonna stick them together and attempt it like that, you know, like tape them together and let them go onto the foam as one part, and then if that doesn't work for the flip side, I'm gonna just do it separate, see if that works any better. And then for the shoe, the other shoe, boot, whatever, we'll try something else. If neither works out, you know, fantastic, then we have options. You can do it however you want, really. Like, I'm pretty sure I got all the parts mixed up, and it took me ages to figure out which bit was which the last time I made these. So yeah. Oh my god. That's hence the you know, that the the labeling of the parts. Right. So we've got the top, we've got the right, and we have the left. So I mean, that's almost how we want it anyway. Not bad. So I'll get the tape, which I found. That's right, everyone. I got my tape back. And we'll stick all these together. Oh. There we go. Here we are. Hooray. We've done it. Oh my god, why have I left it on this screen? I'm so sorry. Right, there we go. I spent all that time cutting stuff out, telling you what I'm doing, and you can't see it, so we're an idiot. Right, so there's that. We're definitely not getting it on that piece, but we'll get this on it. Yes. There we go. Let's see if we've got any other bits of... Yes. Look at that. That'll do it. That'll do both sides. And I might even get the flip of this on here as well. Let's see. I'm going to get it as far in as I can. Keep it economical, you know. Economy. Yeah, we'll definitely get both of these on here. But if I am clever, I might be able to get it just in here. Yeah. And save a little bit more foam. Which is nice. Now, this one you'd expect to be like all angle cuts and stuff to make it fit, but it's actually just a slight angle cut on the outside, and then the inside just stays. Because then when it fits like that, it bends over, you see, like so. And then the middle fits in there, and as you can see, it's much smaller than the rest of it, so that extra foam on the inside is going to sit with that quite nicely. This, however, I'm not sure if this needs... No, this is fine. And because of everything I just said, we can fit this in the middle here with plenty of spare space and not have to worry. Economy! Just going to get it slightly higher up so we can go along the bottom as well, because the edge isn't quite flat there, so just want a line there so I can cut along it. It's not necessary really, it's just for my brain, my funny arse brain that needs little things doing, otherwise it doesn't work properly in my head. Right, so there we go. Move it over a little bit. In fact, I'm moving it right over, and we'll put the middle part down here for this one. Don't forget to flip it. There we go, because it's not exactly, it's not symmetrical, so there we go. And we'll pop him down here, I think. There we are. Ooh, that line's terrible. What happened there? There. That's better. It curved right under it. It was weird. It was like, whoop. Right. Oh. This needs flipping over and putting on as well. So, we've got just about enough room, I think. Oh, that's bang on, that is. I love it when a plan comes together. Yep. There we go. It's close, like, but look at that. Marvellous. Very little waste, thankfully. Now, I don't think we need any special angles on this part. Just on the end here, so it'll marry up with that. And you know, yeah, bang on. Banging. And then the rest of it isn't touching anything, I don't think, so we can just vertical nerf all the way, and this bit hits the floor, so that's obviously going to be flat as well, so that just goes in like that, more or less. We'll do the other side as well. There we go. This guy is going to be just nice and straight. I should have done inward cuts on it. Oh, yeah. I will do. I'll do it now while it's still solid in there. I'll cut inward on it so that it like lines up with the parts behind it. Genius move. Or it would have been if I'd have done it for the first time instead of having to hold it all together so I can cut the extra bits out. There we go. Yeah, there we are. We want that. It doesn't have to be even, as you can see. Okay, so you're going on that one quite nicely. Yep, that's done all right. And we'll straight cut all this vertical. I'll just try and get it all out. Now, I've sort of done it the opposite way that I normally would, where I've done the flipped ones first. So that's going to be this side that's facing me now. That's okay, we're alright with that. We just need to, I think I just need to marry this up first, get this in there. And I shouldn't have angle sliced those bits. They should have stayed. Oh dear. It's all right though. We'll get it. It'll fit in. We'll get it done. There we go. I'll do the other side as well. Why not? While we're here. That side didn't want to quite settle. Right, okay. It's fairly straightforward on this because it's all like straight angles, so we don't have to marry it up, you know, too harshly or anything. But we do need to take a decent chunk out of each side, I think. Or do we? No, that's about right. Okay. Try the same on the other side. So it's like a decent chunk out of one side, and then split it. What? Stop posting your crap on my crap. You are banned. I don't understand what best views on so-and-so means, and like, how does posting that in my empty chat room make, like, how does that benefit anyone? I don't understand. And like, people that actually click on it and go to their profile and realise they're not there, but they've got something streaming 24/7, is like, it's neither here nor there. People look at it and go, right, okay, bye, you know. Actually, having said that, you never know, do you? Right, gonna cut the other one out. Just try and keep everything nice and vertical and symmetrical. go. Oh, forgot a bit. There we go. We can get rid of you. And of course this time we're going to cut this part out properly. Yay! Yay! And finally, yay! Bit silly, but right. Okay. Same again. I'm going to try and cut fairly decent chunks out. Try not to actually bloody rip the front this time. Right, that sort of works. I reckon if I cut the top out first, I mean if I glue the top in first, about that far back, and then just fold these under and make sure they touch, that should be alright. And I'll try and do the same with this, see if it works. Yes, it does. I don't think it needs to touch the bottom, does it? I think that's going to be fine. So, yeah, that's alright. But I'm going to try and make it as symmetrical as possible still. So I'll get a nice big fat line of glue on the top of this. And we'll get it on there fairly close to the surface. I'm not going to bend it back too far because the way I've cut that one doesn't actually go back that far, so I think that's alright. That sort of angle that we've got going on there. There's a bit of a gap because of how I cut that one, so I was being really stupid. Last bit of glue in there before I put a stick in. Oh, that was silly. There we go. Yeah, more or less symmetrical. Lovely. 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 So just... Right. So I think that works. We've established that we can most definitely get these to marry up and stay where we want them to. So let's reload the glue gun with glue. And I get a whole bunch on this side part here, so it slides backwards with the outer bit when we slide it down. And we just go like that. So look. Let's try and line that up so it's symmetrical. Shove that back so it's not bendy and it's more of an angle. And there we go. Just need to solidify it now. There we are. Right, same on the other side. There we go. Now, with that done-ish, oh, no, we're actually going to have to stand here and hold it, aren't we? I thought I was going to be able to put it down and then move on and get this side done, but nope. It's a no. He said no. No, Potter, no. I can't do it. No. No. I practice my Alan Rickman every day, and it's getting no better. I need to move you down a bit. Not too far down. We don't need everything, do we? There we go. That's better. Okie dokie. Right. After all that Alan Rickmaning and camera moving, that one's ready-ish. Ready-ish to go on there. And we're going to do exactly the same on this side. So, a bit in the crevice. And then a bit down there. Oh my god. Oh my god. And yeah, I've got these glued on because it's going to take a little while to marry them up properly, and I want to get these glued to the edges as well, and then to meet the sides of them down there. Let's see, how's this going to work? I might have to put them behind. Oh no, I remember what I did. I glued them on like that, and then I just chopped these overhang parts off. You can see it like overhangs a little bit, and obviously that needs to be flat on the floor. You can't have overhangs like that, otherwise you're gonna fall over. You're gonna get it caught on steps and shit and fall on your face, which is not ideal when you're walking around a con after having only been there for 5 minutes, and then you fall up the stairs or something, or like try and get on an escalator and just right down on your face and smash all your armor. It's happened. I'm sure there's people out there that can attest to it either happening to them or seeing it happen to someone else. And luckily, if you're in a con, like, there's so many people that like carry around stuff with them, like, little mini glue guns and sewing kits and all sorts that, like, because these things they do break, so people bring that stuff with them, and you may find a good Samaritan with some contact cement or glue gun or something, and they'll help you put it back together. Because this community is lovely. It's absolutely lovely. So, yeah. Just going to do both. I'm putting a hefty amount of glue on, but I'm going to spread it so it doesn't push forward on both sides. Squash it down. And then we're going to pop it on here. Didn't work. The glue's splodged straight out the front almost immediately, but that's fine. We can get that on there. It shouldn't be too visible anyway. And most of it, once it's fully solidified, we should just be able to pick it out. And like I say, I think we can just chop this and chop that out and this a little bit because it's ever so slightly poking out. I don't think I cut that one properly, but you see what I mean? We just need that edge to line up. And especially when we get this on as well, we can then so I'll glue that flat on first, and then we'll try and get the gaps in as well. Actually, I don't think it's going to matter thinking about it, because he's going to be wearing a black shoe under this, and I think he wants it a fairly dark colour. I think he wants it some sort of grey. So as long as we colour up all this bit here, you're really not going to see that gap. So it might be worth leaving just for flexibility reasons, because obviously this part's going to be moving a lot, and you're always going to be thinking about a part that you're making. Is it going to be touching the floor? Are they going to be like? Is it going to be going via, past a joint or something? And then glue it accordingly, or adhesive, any kind of adhesive that you use. If you use contact cement, you do that, and it works great for like most people. I personally aren't very good with it, so I tend to use the hot glue for that reason, because I just find it so much easier to work with. There we go. Right, now I'm gonna slice off bottom. Whoop. And I'm gonna do it like so. Glue mouse. There we go. So now we have a perfect edge. Ta-da! Right, let's do this. Oh, I'm running over my Ninja Turtle build stuff. Yeah, I've got an update when it comes to that Ninja Turtle build. I'll share it later on when there's more people in the evening stream, because yeah, bit gutted, but it's understandable really. It just means I don't get a practice run, and I'm just going to go straight in and build one for me. So we're definitely doing a Ninja Turtle after this, because I want to try something different. I had a lot of fun making my Batman costume last year for like Halloween. I obviously still love making Halo armors, because it's like I do love the armor, even if I don't play the games very much anymore. I'm still 100% like on all the art of it and the armor and everything. It's just cracking. I love it, but yeah, I'm not quite as into the games anymore as I used to be. So making that Batman last year for Halloween was real fun, and I did it all out of scraps. I managed to just have just about enough of everything to be able to put it together. And I would have had a lot more, but I ended up building a cowl, like the whole thing, the mask and neck together, a cowl, and it was far too big, like hilariously big. Like I'd put it on and my face would be about like an inch into the back of the back of the thing, so you could see, like, it was just silly. So I obviously had to start again, and it was a lot of foam. Oh, it was a lot of foam that was used, because I built the whole thing before I realised it was too big. So yeah, I think I could probably still salvage that cowl and make it just like a bit more of a bulky one, to, you know, just be something else. But I think even the one I built was a little bit too big, the one I finished with. So I ended up having to chop tiny bits out of it. You know, whatever. Is that about right? Now that's a question. Yes, it is. Okay. Right. Oh, it's not quite as even as the other side, but that's still a lot better than what we started with. What's this? Nothing. Right. So there we go. So far, so good. And that just will slip over a boot. And then the best thing to do is to go around the inside and just glue it all to the boot and like squish it down and form it to whatever shoe you're wearing, sneaker, trainer, boot, whatever. We're obviously not finished. This is what the hell? Why have I? Oh, I've forgotten one. Right, that can go for the second boot. I forgot about that and then just ended up doing the other one. Right. So there we are. So far, so good. It's looking okay. It's, I feel like I might smooth off these edges a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. Next, so this afternoon when I come back this evening, I think we'll start on this part here and get that added. It overlaps quite a bit in this. It's so weird, but that's how it should be. So it technically, I could cut like a section out of the back of the foam there and get it like glued on top of it. So that's that. And this, that's all one piece, and then we just get that. So we want this one and this one and this one. And then we've got like the base, the bottom base of the entire boot. And then we add this on. Oh, I've got both halves of that, so I can just stick them together. This thing, and then this thing, and then that's all done, and then we can do the plate that goes over the top. So that's not a lot. That's not a lot. I could probably get those boots done tonight because I'll be on for quite a bit longer. I've only been on an hour and a half today. But the plan was always to go to about 3 o'clock and then, you know, do something else for a bit and then come back. So I'll maybe come back about 7 or 8 o'clock tonight, and we'll carry on the antics. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Especially those that are watching these back later on. Again, because I know there's a few of you, and if you get to the end of these videos, these live streams, when you're not watching them back, I appreciate you even more. So thanks for that, and I'll see you later on today. Bye.